snap! What do Gandalf, Legolas, and whoever this guy is have to do with medicine? Well, today we're reacting to the medical scenes and injuries of the Lord of the Rings series. Will these fantasy adventure films get it right when it comes to medicine, or is it all just folklore? Let's dive right in. Oh! Okay, I like shooting a bow and arrow. I like shooting a recurve. He's hitting them with a single shot arrow and they're dropping dead. Probably unlikely. It's gonna cause a puncture wound, and so it's not like you're bleeding out right away unless it rips it as it's going by. Leave the arrow in, maybe cut the long piece that's actually sticking out so it's just sticking out a little bit. That way you don't hit it or bang it or move it a lot. And then get to the hospital as quick as you can. Get out of there! Oh! Depending on where within the abdomen is getting hit, you're going to hit different organs, right? The rib cage is protecting your spleen, it's protecting your liver. These are big vital organs that can bleed a lot. Down in the middle, you're going to have your aorta and you're going to have your inferior vena cava. If you hit into those, one, you're going to hit some bone potentially, and you can actually hit those blood vessels and you can bleed out. Wow. I've actually seen patients that get cut in the front of their neck. They actually do pretty well. It's actually when you get hit on the sides of the neck that are actually more dangerous. You have your carotid arteries and your jugular veins. They run deep in here underneath your muscles. Now, if you hit in the front, you're going to hit the trachea. You're going to potentially cause some maybe airway issues, but you could still breathe. You can seal up the wound, that sort of thing. Blunt trauma objects could cause laceration, could cause abrasion, cause hematoma. You can also get knocked out, you can get a brain bleed. Just those things that we think about when you get hit trauma. This guy's a monster. Woo! Oh! A leg stab will hurt like a son of a gun, but you only have major blood vessel and nerve that you're worried about. Otherwise, it's a lot of soft tissue and the bone is pretty deep. Oh, there he is. See, he still has it sticking out of his leg. On this wound, it's on the lateral aspect of his thigh. Nothing crazy dangerous. It's all soft tissue over there. You've got a lot of muscles and muscle belly, so that's what's going to cause a lot of discomfort and pain. And you're going to have some bleeding. Oh, that's disgusting. Don't drink blood. Don't lick blood. It's going to cause nausea, vomiting. It's not good for you. It has iron in it. Well, that's pretty good. Oh, what? You know, you're going to perforate the bowel, you're going to perforate maybe the stomach, you're going to potentially hit any major blood vessels that are on the backside. Your kidneys are on the sides a little bit, so you're probably going to miss that. So now he's got the blade in the abdomen. He's definitely going to have some, juices, so to speak, now spewing within the abdomen itself, which if you don't get that repaired, there's going to be holes. You're going to have GI contents just sitting in your abdomen, which inside the tubing, it's totally fine. That's where the bacteria is supposed to live and we're protected from it. But once it leaves that area, it's going to spread, and all the bacteria that's in our body that's living healthy and good for us will then turn bad. Oh, snap! With one swipe, head is gone. Obviously, I don't see these kind of injuries in the emergency department because they don't come to us. You cannot survive without your head with the current technology and medicine that we have that's available. I don't know what type of creature this is, but you'd have blood squirting out from the artery before the pump stops. You will have some twitching of muscles and movement above the wound and below the wound. And then once the body realizes there's no connection anymore, basically stops, and that there's no oxygen getting the tissue. Ooh.
And who is this? Isildur's heir.
Oh my gosh, I see those lips and I'm like, oh, you need to repair them and make sure that you attach the vermilion borders appropriately. That's the line around your lips.
It takes more to make a king than a broken elvish blade.
Oh, what is up with this guy and chopping people's heads off? How do we know that when you chop someone's head off, that all of a sudden it's like, I fall forward, You know, the body goes limp, right? There's no muscle tone because there's nobody higher level thinking, telling you to control your muscles. But again, there was no blood. Normally you'd expect the blood. So it's really impressive with the blades that they have that he's able to slice through. Let me know, any of you Lord of the Rings super fans out there, you know, what type of crazy steel that they have that they're using that can do that type of move. Oh, sweet. It's like, got some skills. Taking an arrow right to the neck. It's like a conduit of a lot of the nerves that are going through. So you have to be really careful to protect your neck. Even in the emergency department of the hospital, when we do x-rays, they will try to give you a neck protector to just even protect your thyroid, because your thyroid, which is a gland in your neck, really has a lot to do with a lot of the functions in our body. And if your thyroid's not functioning appropriately, you're going to gain weight, your hair is going to be brittle and fall out and break, and your skin's going to be dry, and your fingernails are not going to look right. So if you have any of those symptoms, get your thyroid checked. Oh! Boom! Sweet!
I am no man.
Whoa, 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 whoa. So I don't know what type of creature that is. Obviously, most of the time when you stab somebody in the face, it's like one side or the other. It's very unlikely midline, right? You have a pretty thick frontal bone here protecting the skull in the front, and there's a frontal sinus in between. And then obviously you got your nasal bone. It could be a sword that big with a lot of force could get through those bones directly into your brain going out the back if there's a lot of force. And then obviously if you destroy the brain that much, you're going to potentially die. Falls from heights 3 times your normal height, or typically adult about 15 feet, is a major trauma, and especially depending on what type of surface that you're falling on. Anytime that occurs, we take that as a very serious trauma. So, you know, the high likelihood of getting CT scans relating to CT head, CT neck, CT chest, abdomen, and pelvis is high. You don't know what's going on inside the body, so we need to do that. Oh my gosh, I love the Lord of the Rings. I've seen them all, even The Hobbit, read the books, fantastic. I'm glad that we're doing this, that I was able to react to it. Obviously, it's a different era, and they're not going to be able to get to a hospital or a doctor, and they're going to succumb to their wounds over time, not potentially right away. Pretty crazy. I loved it. I appreciate you checking out. As always, make sure you check out this playlist right here. Watch all these videos for me. And as always, please make sure that you subscribe, turn those bell notifications on, and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.